right, so we're doing a late night hike. It's about 5 o'clock. Steve and Dustin, where is Dustin?
I went to the restroom.
Well, Steve's getting set up, Mike and Brian. So the plan is we're gonna leave at 5, 3 hours down as far as you wanna go, and then you gotta turn around. We wanna be out by midnight.
Max.
We wanna be out by
Temperature,
midnight.
by the way, for start time is about 88. And we'll see what the river is
When we get out. I'm not even sure I'm gonna bring my sunglasses today. We got about 2 hours of sunlight, but I'm gonna head over here and you can see most of the trail is gonna be in shadows pretty soon. You can see the trail behind me maybe over there. And so I think I'm gonna leave my glasses up here in the car.
Steve still trying to get out on a 5 o'clock. We're gonna take a group shot. We're gonna make 5. I can see behind me. Sun's still out. And we got Dustin.
And we got Brian, and we got Mike. Mike's plan is to go to Phantom Ranch. Brian? We'll see. Dustin? We'll wait and see. I'm gonna go to the river, I hope.
All right, I'm at the mile and a half, and took us 21, took me, I should say, 21. Mike and Brian are ahead.
And we left right at 5 minutes after or so. So, as we thought, shade the whole way, except for one little stretch that was behind us. And other than that, we might have been in it for 150, 200 yards. So I think we're shade all the way to Indian Gardens. 548 at the 3 mile, right behind me there. Beautiful night. We're in the shade, a little bit of a breeze going down. Hopefully get into Indian Gardens about 6:15.
Hey, Brian and I are at Indian Garden. Got here in about 51 minutes. Got held up a little bit by a mule train. They were on their own, not with the canyon. So, but they finally pulled over, let us by. So, it's hot down here.
It's hot, even in the shade. It's hot.
But in the sun, it's really, really, really hot.
I agree with that.
All right, cruised into Indian Gardens right at 6:15 to the minute. It's hard for me to believe because it just doesn't feel that bad. Let me give you a peek at how hot it is. Amazing. I would have never guessed 100. So, hour and 15 minutes to get down to Indian Gardens. Let's see if I can get down the river in an hour.
Well, a few minutes outside Indian Gardens, actually ran back into the sun. Not gonna last long, just for
A couple hundred feet, but we did hit the sun again. So there, guys ahead of me might have been in it a little bit.
All right, so this black rock behind me, the sun has been pounding on it for the last 3 or 4 hours. It is so hot, it's radiating off. You can barely touch it. And it was 100 in Indian Gardens. I'm only a couple hundred yards from there. So imagine that coming off this dark black rock.
Amazing. All right, it's 6:40 and I just came around from Indian Gardens, the little point up there. Had to help a couple hikers. Had a hiker down, cramping real bad, so gave him some pills. Bad news is the mules are ahead of me. I don't know if you can see them. So I'm gonna have to navigate those. That's gonna slow me down getting to the river by 7. Only got 20 minutes, so I doubt if I'm gonna make it. But still, it's been a great hike.
Brian and I are at the river. Just made it down here. It's just a little under 8 miles and about 144. So it's hot. We're gonna go chill out by the river.
All right, 6:58. Just hit the creek bed, came off the ladder.
Zigzagging down through there from up there. And the mules are a couple hundred yards ahead of me. So 7 o'clock-ish, a couple minutes before. And the river's about, I remember right, about 3/4 of a mile.
Closing in on the river.
Well, it took me 2 hours and 15 minutes on the nose to get to the Colorado. And Mike and Brian came to the river. They must have decided not to go on to Phantom. Well, this is where Bright Angel connects. The guys are down at the water edge. It is 7:18. Beautiful white water. And about 45 minutes of light left, I imagine.
In the water? What do you think, guys? 50?
At most.
It's cold, but sandy and perfect. Great place for a meal. Mr. Lurie got a blister.
Let's look at the view here.
Looks like Mr. Spencer got a knee bop.
Yeah, Mr. Spencer tried trail running and that never works out perfectly.
I saw that. I saw a little knee bop there.
Yep.
All right, so Mr. Spencer's got a nose plop, little hand scrape, little hand,
It's
little
nothing.
knee.
I mean, as a nosedive goes, it's nothing.
Nothing. No nosedive,
Nope, not got
but
that.
that's the blister.
I don't know. Maybe it's an old one that's just kind of.
It's almost.
It's the first time I've been jogging in, I think, at least 2 years.
Well, you made it down here an hour and a half, right?
Yeah, hour 40.
Hour 35, hour 40.
Hour 45,
That's
I
fast.
guess.
All right,
Cool.
it's about 20 till 8. We're taking off about quarter of. I was down here half hour. The guys were down here almost an hour. They were moving. They were about 30 minutes ahead of me on the trail. So it's about half hour sunlight. It's quarter to 8 in a few minutes. And man, it's just, I can't even tell you how beautiful it is down here. It's just absolutely gorgeous. This is kind of fairy tale stuff. And off we go. So we think it's roughly 100 down here even, although it's starting to cool. And we're hoping to hike out by moonlight. That's our plan. We have the lights, we need them, but not a cloud in the sky. So we're hoping moonlight hike out. Leaving here in about a minute or two, and it is exactly quarter of when we head up the trail, quarter to 8. Of course, our goal is everybody out by midnight. All right, it's 8:30. I just came up the ladder, up the bowl. Can't remember what that's called. And getting ready to do the last mile, which is relatively reasonable. Mile and a half, whatever that is, in the Indian Gardens. It's 8:35 actually right now. Okay, it's 9:40. Getting ready to head out of Indian Gardens. Believe it or not, it is still 90 degrees up here. Really warm. Kind of got to me coming out of the hole there. So getting ready to take. All right, so it's 11:04 and we're at the 3 Mile House. And Mike's going to shoot up. Brian and I both had a little bit of nausea. He's still got some. Mine's gone away, cooled down a little bit. So we're going to take our time, get out of here. Lurie's going to take a nap up top. He'll be out in an hour or so or less. And we'll get out when we get out. All right, Mr. Lurie's over there getting water. We'll let Brian take a little bit of a nap. Mike will head up, then we'll head up. All right, it's 11:30. We sent Brian on up. We let him take a 20-30 minute nap. He's been battling nausea. So we got 3 miles to go. He started about 10 minutes ahead of me. I want to make sure he gets a little bit of a go. And I'm going to bring up the rear here and make sure we all get out of here. It's, I'm guessing we'll get out between 1:30 and 2. All right, Brian and I are at midnight. No, 1.
12:45.
12:45, and Brian kicked into gear right out of the 3 mile, man. He smoked it. So we're really way ahead. I thought it'd be 1:30, 2 o'clock, and we're going to be 1:15 or so. So we got a half mile. This is my favorite ledge. I stop here every hike. 5 or 10 minutes to just soak in what we just accomplished. And now we got a half mile. We'll get everybody home, and fabulous, miserable hike as usual. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
All right, we're out. Took us 8 hours and 15 minutes. Steve just got out a little while ago. Dustin got out. We're all ready to rock and roll.